Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today we're going to do a tiny house update. Not a lot to show you because obviously if you've been following the channel, I fell from the upper level down to the concrete and busted my ankle all up. I think we're at like 6 weeks now. I can go about 2 to 3 hours on the ankle before it starts to swell. Obviously it's still not good enough to wear regular shoes because it compresses it too much and makes it swell and bulge up, but I'm making it work. And here at the end of October, I've been able to get a little bit done on the tiny house finally. So come inside and I'll explain everything we're getting into. All right, so as you can see, it's a mess. That's where I fell from. And then the thing that most is a problem at the moment is I need a day when Missy's here so we can put stringers across here, put those sheets of 3/4 inch plywood up there and be able to get up on a ladder and finish that. Now, my ankle has not wanted to be on a ladder at all lately. I actually did a little bit of work on that stool down here and it really hurts just because how you got to stand. So I will be getting more of the double bubble or whatever you want to call it, Thinsulate insulation, and I will end up putting that all up and finishing that all out. Just at the moment, my ankle isn't really ladder ready. So other than making a mess, which is what I'm really good at, we actually have our bathroom framed in. Now, all these walls still need to be spray foamed, studded, insulated, and then covered with the heat moisture barrier. Once that's done, they'll be ready for drywall. I do have a little tiny bit of electric to do in here, but there's not going to be a lot of outlets. Now, this is going to be our dining room. And then to show you the layout, and I think it'll make sense when I explain it, I've studded this wall in order to be able to attach this wall, but this is our bathroom. Now, it is extremely small, and it's supposed to be. The shower here is going to be done, both these walls, with galvanized metal. We're kind of going for an older rustic look in this bathroom. Now, this is where the composting toilet will be. This is obviously the shower. And then here, we're going to have a sink, and under it, we're going to have some type of water heater, whether it's an on-demand or whether it's an electric standard style. The reason why I set this up like this is because that's our gray water there. The gray water drain. It's going to come over and then out and over, because right there is going to be our kitchen sink. So sink and sink, which makes the drain easy, which makes the water easy. So at this house, we are going to be using water we haul in or rainwater catchment, whichever is necessary at the moment. Now, we are building an entire separate building that will contain a giant water storage tank. But for now, I will be setting up a tank over here that will come through the wall, into the cabinets, under the sink, and over to the other sink. So that way all the lines are still put away and hidden pretty much, but they're not back in the walls because we get some pretty nasty cold temperatures up here on this hill. And I want to make sure that these things stay non-froze, that they stay in good condition, and that I don't have to worry about them being the walls if there's a break. It's much easier to fix something like that if it's run on the outside of the wall. So with that said, we also are going to be setting up this as our kitchen area, which once again, very small, but this is a tiny house. Please remember that. So you're going to have your sink, then you're going to have cabinets, and then the cabinets are going to turn and go down the wall. Now there also will be above head cabinets. Now, because this is a tiny house, we are toying with the idea of doing reduced countertops, which means you use a not so deep, I guess you could say, cabinet like you would use up top, but use it down at the bottom to allow you to have more countertop and workspace, but without cutting your walking area out. So instead of the cabinets coming out to here, let's say, the cabinets would be back here. It would be a smaller countertop, but you have more room in here to work. It just makes it seem bigger. And if you can envision cabinets up there, cabinets all the way down this wall, and top cabinets all the way down this wall, that's going to be a lot of storage area, honestly. And here we're looking for a utility style sink that's deeper, but with 2 parts, because you can reduce your water usage on your rinse, much like restaurants do, where they fill the rinse side up with water rather than running it constantly to rinse your dishes. So we probably will just buy off the rack cabinets. I don't want to go through the trouble of trying to redo a set of cabinets. I know it's more cost effective, but time, it's really easy to go into Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards and buy off the shelf cabinetry and put it in. Now, we have not figured out where or what kind of fridge we're going to use. We haven't made it to that yet, but I think that we are making up ground here really quickly. Now, when I get a chance, because I'm literally down to like just a few sticks of 2x4 to go get some more material, I will be able to start banging this place out super fast. We have clear-cut goals, a clear-cut plan now. This was our last thing me and Missy really had to go through round and roundabout to make it work to what was easiest for me to build, but also what she wanted and was accepting of. Now, I must say, my wife's been a very patient creature through this whole thing. I mean, I have fallen out of the freaking upstairs, almost fell off the roof once. I've changed the setup multiple times, and she's come in and changed the setup multiple times, but she stuck with me through the whole thing, never got upset, always was understanding. So I do want to give a shout out to her because she puts up with a lot. But I think we're fine in the basis. We're getting very excited. I cannot tell you how excited we're getting. This seems like this is going to be something that people would look at like you're going to be falling over each other and stuff, but we're really not. It's amazing how little you really need. And I think this is going to be our forever home of happiness. Now, if you haven't already, and I don't know why you wouldn't have, go down, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can see all these updates on the tiny house and so much more. We really are trying to get this thing knocked out. I think you're going to find the next update video is going to be a mind blower how fast we're going to do. We've already worked on scheduling things out, so you want to stay with us. Hit me up in the comments, let me know what you think, if you'd be willing to live in this. Let me know if your wife would kill you if you had a bathroom that small, because that is small. I'm telling you, that's like a half bath in most houses. But with that said, I've got to go to the store, get some more materials, and especially a door, because we have cats trying to live in here now. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got to get to work. I'll see you in the next one.